Well, I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. It's Chronicles of the Fourth Line. We're riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. Well, we hardly play, we're down the depth chart. We're the grocery sticks and we're real good at playing our parts. We talk about hockey and a bunch of other stuff. We're just three ham and eggers riding the old bench bus. That's why we're riding the pine, riding the pine. We're Chronicles of the Fourth Line. We're riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. We love the warm-up, that's our time to shine. Even though we hit the goalie in the head all of the time. If we play, we always roll the dice. That's why our asses never ever see the ice. That's why we're riding the pine, riding the pine. We're Chronicles of the Fourth Line. That's why we're riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. That's why we're riding the pine, riding the pine. The Chronicles of the Fourth Line. We're riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. Sometimes we're scratched and banished to the press box. And we talk about trash while we're there. Sometimes we'd rather be up in that press box than sitting on the bench and enduring that coach's glare. I threw a pizza up the middle at the start of overtime. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. You'll never see me backtrack cause that's really not my style. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. I was supposed to bring the beer but instead I brought the wine. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. I think I'm 97 but I play like 69. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. I keep the puck for every goal I score and add it to my shrine. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. I could have met curfew but chose suspension and the fine. That's why I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. With Punchy Langer and Summertime. I'm just sitting on the bench with two line mates of mine.
Ridin' Pine, Chronicles from the Fourth Line, now available with full episodes on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts, with new episodes dropping every Tuesday, as well as video episodes on the YouTube channel Hockey House NZ. Please give us a follow and subscribe, and spend some time with the Fourth Line. My favorite movie, my favorite piece of art growing up was watching this show on a Saturday. And the best part about Hockey Night in Canada is there's art moving around the ice all the time. So welcome to episode 31. It's the Jersey episode. You've been waiting for it. Here it is. How you doing, boys?
Woo!
This is a good one, eh? I've been looking forward to this one. So
it's the Carey Price episode.
It is the Carey Price. Who's another? Who are a bunch more? Who else?
It's the Grant Fuhr episode.
Famous 31s. Yeah, the Grant Fuhr episode.
Oh,
Who else was there?
Okay.
Was a lot. Tom Barrasso? Was he? No, he was
I
35.
don't know. He might have been 30. You're either 130 or 31 if you're a goaltender.
Yeah,
No
that's
exceptions.
the way it was for many, many years.
No, the golden era. No exceptions. Zero.
So, how's all the boys doing
exceptions.
tonight? Summer, you're a free man tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah, you can go get some KFC and McDonald's tomorrow, bud.
Yep.
What about those guys who are trying to smuggle in $100,000 and a boot full of and a trunk full of KFC?
I know.
Hey, you know where they were coming
Through
from?
the border.
Yeah, Hamilton.
That's what we got down here in the south, man. Yeah, they were. From
It wasn't
Hamilton.
guns and it wasn't like drugs.
I want to know, like, I want to know. The question that I have is, they said that it was $100,000 that they got. I want to know how much extra just the KFC was. Like, was it 100,000?
Well, there was 3. I don't know if they were large buckets.
100,000.
What did you call it?
Barrels.
Barrels. Yeah, I don't know if they were barrels or buckets. I think they were buckets.
I asked somebody, I'm like, do you think they were going to like sell that on the black market? And someone in the know is like, no, that's for the phono.
How
That's
happy
right.
is Charlie in the evidence locker?
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
You know?
Does that get
Yeah.
destroyed or does that get distributed around?
It gets destroyed.
precinct.
It gets destroyed in the evidence locker.
I guarantee you,
It's a shame.
it's
Charlie
destroyed
and
in
his
the
friends.
lunchroom. We
Guarantee.
are heroes, boys.
Guarantee.
Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's probably a
Just
bucket
snorting
saved
chicken
just for the.
skin.
That's right.
Like,
Just rails of the Colonel's secret recipe.
That's right.
imagine like what was going
Passed
through
out.
his head.
It's like train spotting.
When
That's
the cop-
right.
when that cop opened up that trunk and saw all that KFC
He
in
went
there,
on,
he's like,
"Hey."
the boys are going to be pumped.
We were like, Manu, come over here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Have a look at this.
Do you see 3 barrels or 2 barrels?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of that ended up in the trunk of a cop
Yeah.
car. Never to be seen. No paperwork
that's
was
right.
done on that.
That was
right.
distributed by all the cops that showed up
Yeah.
on the scene. There
There
was
was a
only
party.
one picture taken of that.
Strippers.
The strippers.
Yeah, there was peelers, there was cocaine, bottles of shampoos going everywhere.
The 5-minute later picture was just all the cops sitting around with their shirts untucked.
Yeah,
That's
There'll be
right.
There'll be a
Empty-
snap
bags.
biography about that later on.
I didn't know I needed my stretchy pants today.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There'd been a cop that go, I got a couple pairs of track pants and
That's
throw those on right now. And they just park up in a field somewhere and just go nuts.
We didn't see
Haven't
the
seen them in
anything.
3 days.
That's right. The
They had
KFC
12 different
coma.
variants of COVID inside them. Just out of control.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, this is like the chat you have in the room just before you put your jersey on. So hey, what do you got for warm-ups?
Okay, so I was thinking about how words are stupid, and it bugs me. So, like retarded. Why is that? Why is that like so offensive? Like if something's like, oh well, it's offending someone. I'm like, but why though? I'm like, if you call someone a dick, like does people named Richard get upset about that? Like are they offended?
Yeah.
So if
Some-
you're,
some Richards do.
retarded, I don't find that like it's kind of like stuff that's gay. It's like you got to reclaim the word.
I even think
What's wrong with that?
Like some
I almost think-
handicapped people will call other handicapped people retarded. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
they'll-
that's the thing though.
take
Like
the
if you
power
are
back.
retarded, yeah, it's kind of it's like here like they've got the c word. I can't even say it, right? But it's socially acceptable.
When it
But
comes to
I've said.
When it comes to retarded, though, I personally don't really get totally offended by it. But it's like, to me,
People
it's
lose their
like
mind.
no. But to me, it's kind of like the N-word. There's only
Really?
certain places you can use it, right? You can use it with your buddies, but you can't use it when you're
No, at work.
kids?
beside. Yeah,
What about your kids?
exactly. What's that?
Well, I'm
Well, I'm not dropping the N-word beside my kids either.
Well, I'm not dropping the N word.
But I'll call my kids retarded for sure.
Yeah, exactly. What are you?
But I'm not going to
retarded?
say
And
it
then
if their
I think,
special needs friend is over. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
like,
saying.
you're not-
You know what I
Shouldn't have
mean?
said
It doesn't really have that connotation anymore. People get all fussy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember coming here and like the word bugger. Like, well, if you look it up, like, that's anal sex. You know, it's like, oh, I missed the bus, bugger.
I didn't know
But
that.
when you think about it, it's like, oh, I missed the bus, anal sex.
Anal sex.
You know, like, really?
How about some bugger, honey?
I didn't
know,
know.
like,
It's
I'm
not
not-
the same connotation.
Well, they use it all the time, and then you get people that, like, don't use that kind of language. There's a guy I know from Michigan, only in Michigan. You guys know him. And it'd
Is
be
he
like, oh,
retarded
bugger,
as well?
mate.
Oh.
I don't know if he's retarded. I don't think he is.
I like the term
He's played hockey
retard
with us a lot.
from
Yeah.
what movie was it? Whatever. But yeah.
That was
sort
in
of takes, like, a
that
fun-
was in
The Hangover.
What's
That
that
was
one? Hangover.
Yeah.
But the thing about like so if you think about recycling, you know, reuse, like it's to redo something. So I always think like if you retarded, but then whatever you were doing, you did it again, so you retarded.
Ah,
So I just think
Oh,
you take
recycling.
that word back. You know?
I'm taking
I don't think there's
tard.
anything wrong with that.
What are you? You tarded?
You a tard?
Are you hard?
I don't know. Like I don't understand all the fuss. We talked about the Blackhawks.
That's right.
You know, and like, you know, oh, he's black. Oh, you're racist. And like, but he's also retarded. Oh my god, you're retarded-ist. I just don't see all the fuss about it. You know, like they come, you say something, and people fuss, and then they say a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, you know, rhymes with Michael Hunt, and
That's right.
you know, you're black, and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and
I was a little shocked
know.
at how freely that word is used here.
The GC.
It's aggressive.
Yeah,
You know?
GC, right?
The
That's
GC
what I.
or
GC.
That's what I've shortened it to.
It's a compliment.
You can't say
Yeah.
that.
It's not
I
the
put it on
gold post.
Facebook
That's like
once. Well, maybe it's to one of you guys. It was like a happy birthday day. I'm like, you're a straight up GC. And then somebody else posted underneath, you really put that on Facebook? Oh, okay.
But it sounds very unnatural,
fashionable.
though. You know, for me, it's like when I was living in Japan, and all my guys from England and stuff, they're like, "Oh, mate," and I was still kind of like, "Well, mate's like if you know your partner." It's like, "Well, I'm not gay." Like that's kind of the term we use if you're in a same-sex relationship, like my mate. I'm like, "Well, I'm not mating with them."
Yeah, it's true.
My buddy or my friend.
It's true. It's true. Like back home,
It sounds
you-
weird.
back home,
Mating.
your mate is what they call here your partner.
You know, you're like a bird in a nest. It's like my mate.
That's right.
I'm mating, and then I'm going somewhere else. You know, I'm
That's right.
flying through the coop, and I'm going to go mate with someone else. It just sounds unnatural, you know?
It
Like,
does. It
I
does.
understand people adopt the language and stuff, but I don't know.
So what was
sounds
the
weird.
warm-up question?
Well, like retarded. Like everyone freaks out when you say, like, that's retarded. Oh my God. Handicapped, special needs, and complex needs people are very offended. I'm like, really? Like I said, like
Complex
if you call
needs.
someone, well, that's the new school term. Like if you call someone a dick, like is Richard next door going to be upset? that you
Man,
called someone
dick is
a
on TV, right? They say
Yeah.
dick on like fucking primetime
Dick-
television around here.
They say a lot on Kiwi TV.
Yeah.
Do you
I
guys
was-
remember growing up? Like, sorry, go on.
Oh, I just yeah, I was surprised when I heard the word dick on TV. I was like, oh shit, that's
Yeah.
Then sorry, as soon as I said that, I remember, wasn't there like some Seinfeld or there was some TV show or something where they were gonna say shit on TV? It was like a
Right.
comedy. Do you remember that? No. All right.
No, I don't remember
Moving
that.
on. Yeah. All right.
But I'd like to have seen that. I just think it's funny how, like, I've
Sounds
heard that
interesting.
on the breakfast news show. I just, man, I've heard some stuff. I don't know, you can really say that on TV. Like, if you call someone retarded, it's like, oh my God, that's so bad, and they're not retarded, and you can't use that word. I'm like, well, they're not actually retarded.
Well,
Just
was
being a dick.
retarded the
And Richard's like,
accepted
man, don't say that. That's I'm offended.
term back in the 80s? Oh, he's retarded. Like that
I don't
was,
know.
mentally challenged, physically disabled. He's
Yeah, yeah.
retarded.
We threw them
Well,
all
you-
in the same bucket. You
It
know?
used to be
Yeah.
how they were called. It used to be like there was only one name for them.
Yeah, there's the retard.
That's what
class.
I'm saying,
And we didn't
yeah.
think it was bad. It was like,
No.
oh, retards are.
No,
I guess it's kinda
it was
bad, but
Freely,
it's not.
freely used in your youth.
Yeah.
But-
Do you remember back in the day, like
But
you watched
everybody's
TV show?
offended about everything nowadays.
I know. PC culture's out of control. Do you remember watching TV back in the day? and like they weren't allowed to swear until like past 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Remember that? So they had this thing. Somerville, you don't remember that?
I was never up past 10.
You would never
to be
see.
honest
Yeah.
with you.
Okay, so
shows
there
would
you
be
go.
censored
Yeah.
until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and then 10, and they would say bitch and like, asshole and stuff like that.
Really?
What you call it? Married
But
with
in the
Children
States,
was
they're
never on
weird.
before 10.
But you watch movies in the States, and they'll censor, like, if you're a mofo, they'll censor, like, the mother. But they'll, like, leave the rest of it. I'm like, well, that seems weird. Like, the second part of that is the swear word.
Yeah. It's so
But I
true.
guess-
I've heard that. I've heard that
but, like,
before.
the mother in front of it makes it, like, way more offensive.
I remember.
Does it?
Okay, so I remember laying in a hotel room in Bora Bora and watching a movie that was like that, and it was like I forget what part of. I think it was Pulp Fiction. I think it was
God!
I was
How
watching
did that ruin the movie?
I was like, no, I know, but it was like, yeah. So it was like the big speech part, and it was all bleeped out, and it was like only saying the cuss words and skipping out on all the mother and everything. And you know that movie, you know that speech.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
so. I remember when like I had friends from the States and they were in Trailer Park Boys. But when it was sent down there, they censored all the swearing out of it. And I remember thinking, how did you even enjoy the show?
Yeah.
Because that was kind of the crux of the show was the foul language.
Yeah.
So what enjoyment did you get? And this is the land of the free, home of the brave.
That's like this show.
You know,
It's all
where-
about the
exactly.
language, right?
You know,
You show up for the
Trailer Park
swear
Boys.
words and you stay for
yeah,
language
you know,
rants.
swearing at. So whatever. But I just thought, how can you? Who decides what's bad to say?
Tipper Gore.
Like, there's always some right-wing religious group. But yeah, exactly. Putting
Well, I
your-
think at the end of the day,
put their
you do.
stickers on CDs and
That's
stuff.
right,
You know?
that's right.
Parental advisory stickers. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, you do, right?
Well, I don't.
No, but you decide what you think is bad to say for yourself.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
know about that. I think rich people with some weird religious sort of connections decide. No, seriously. Jesus didn't. And I'm like, well, Jesus said, invented the word fuck if you want to go there. So I can't say that? No, you can't. Before 10 o'clock.
Okay, let's move into the first
What?
period on that note.
Yeah. I was getting retarded.
A little bit. Okay, next week I'm on warm-ups.
I was just thinking about it.
No, it's
It doesn't
a
make
good
any
call.
sense, man. It's like, think about
It's a
it.
pretty retarded thought, if you ask me.
Who's in charge?
Well,
And we're on to the first period with Somerville. It's Jersey night. What do you got for us?
Yearsy.
right. Well, I'll just add, the team crossing the border with a fucking trunk load of. You'd put the KFC in the trunk,
a
but
bit
you're going to keep
retarded.
the $100,000 in the car. Like
I know,
that's
I know.
retarded. What the fuck
It
are
is
you thinking?
retarded, and it's so New Zealand ghetto.
Right? And then I read today, actually, a guy got busted in a trunk trying to cross the border. Like, imagine.
Is he eating
anyways.
KFC?
Didn't
Is he
say.
covered in potato and gravy?
That's right.
Man, nothing
Is he
surprises
speaking
me.
in tongues in the trunk?
Nothing surprises me because 5 months ago we almost had a Russian and a couple other dudes with hockey equipment busted on a boat coming into Tips. So
And we would have had KFC on that boat. Just as the gravy on top.
guaranteed.
Gravy on
Just
top.
naked Russians and just covered in
Some
gravy and
Canadians,
chicken
yeah.
skin.
Oh my
We'd have had
god!
to,
I
we'd
can't.
have had to leave
Completely
behind
insane.
just to make way for the KFC.
I wish that had happened, man. That
Oh.
was like was Bruce Willis Die Hard stuff.
It's the only time I've ever really wanted to go to Thames in my life.
It was the only time I really, really wanted to break the law
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
because it was for the greater good.
It was.
It
of
was.
me and my
Good.
friends.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put it on the wetsuit, the Navy
Yeah.
SEAL wetsuit.
So you, Somerville and Punchy, you realize you're being charged for circumventing the lockdown rules and smuggling KFC into the South Island.
What?
How do you-
Circumventing the rules? It's like a
What do you say?
$4,000 fine, isn't it? Something like that.
Well, they
What is
pushed
it?
it up to 12 grand or something today.
$12,000.
Well, they
Oh.
should. They should. We're trying to stamp something out here. Everybody's paying the price,
Damn.
right? Everybody's paying the price together.
Shit.
So
They
they
I'm
need
not
to
going
film
on the
it
road.
and put this on every Wednesday night.
Oh, somebody's doing a doco right now. Somebody's doing a doco for sure.
It's the new doco COVID border
They
patrol.
Yeah.
There's dogs sniffing around. All right, get the canine unit ready.
Oh, we found some Burger King here.
That's right.
We got Burger King. Get the guns out.
Okay, I have to tell you
The
guys.
armed defender unit out.
Class A
Okay, hold
food.
on. Somerville, this is too much, okay? You just totally reminded me of an amazing story. Okay, so when I was playing Gridiron here,
football.
and we know dude on the couch Ty. So he came up with me and Masson, right, to watch me play and film the games. So Masson comes in at the time. Ty's got a 2-seater van, like it's a work van, but there's nothing in the back. It's just empty in the back. So we got nothing else, but there's 3 of us. So we grab like the lounge chair from Ty's lounge and chuck it in the back. Well, those 2 guys, I'm driving because I got to play.
idea.
So I'm sober and the boys are going to town, right? So they're having a time. So Ty's sitting in the back on the lounge chair in his car. They're having a time. Go to the game, come back from the game. We stop at like Carl's Jr. with all the boys on the team, jump back in the car, start driving.
Burger time.
Get pulled over. So I get pulled over. I'm in like my team fatigues on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Cop comes up, talks to me. Ty's like completely toast in the back, laying sideways on the lounge chair.
He's lounging.
Right? He's completely lounging.
He's lounging.
And, so we're trying to keep straight face. Well, the cop comes up, he knocks on the door, rolls down the window, and then all of a sudden a big white light comes over his shoulder, and it's the show. Like, I'm on the show.
The TV show.
I didn't sign the consent. But the show was there, right? So the show's over the top, and Buddy's like, there's a sound boom coming in beside him, and the cop's like looking at me. I'm looking at the cop like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Like, and he's looking at me. He's like, yeah, don't mind them. They'll talk to you afterwards.
Don't mind them.
He's like, focus on me right now. He's like, they're shooting a show, but you'll have the option of choosing yes or no. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like trying to stare at him, and like the lights like in my face and everything like this. And he's like, all right, what do we got going on back there? And the camera's like right here by my face, going into the back of the car.
Where was the boom mic?
There's
guy?
another
'Cause he's always the best
cameraman
guy.
on the other side of the car. There's another one him
He's
behind
so
the car.
intrusive.
I'm like, what is going on? So then the cop, like, of course, he's like, all right, just put your hands on the wheel. And I'm like, all right. So I put my hands on the wheel. The guy so the cop walks around the front of the car, and the guy with the camera comes right into my face, like right in.
Like a tight
Shot. Like a
shot.
tight shot of my face, and then kind of puts his arm across the front of me and like starts filming in the car. So just as he kind of goes, like the guy's got the light and he's shooting it through. Well, the cop opens up the side door of the van, and it's just like clink, 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 because we're like on the slope. We're on the slope on the side of the highway. So like we're kind of leaning towards that side. So as soon as you open the door, all the empties just start going out the door, and there's a camera crew there like catching all of them, like hitting the ground,
cascading at
and
the
like.
slider.
And then Ty's in the back gets hit with the white light. It's just like, I'm like trying not to like break out laughing. And so anyways, we ended up getting a ticket for not having the back seat fastened down.
That's great, eh? Isn't that nice?
They let us go, and then we signed off that we didn't want to be in the.
I don't want to be a
movie.
star.
You decided a waiver after?
Yeah. So I had
Afterwards.
the whole time I'm kind of freaking out. Like, it's pretty funny, the whole situation. It's also scary as shit. But at the end of the day, I'm sober as hell because I just played a game. So I wasn't worried about anything. And I'm not driving my own car.
You
So
might have
I'm
crossed
like,
a gagger in there
like-
somewhere. Did anybody yell cut?
What's that?
Did anybody yell cut?
Take two.
They should have, but yeah, I
You
don't know.
said the wrong thing. Say your line.
It was so funny though, man. It's one of those things I'll never, ever
Follow
forget.
the script, god damn it. Sorry.
Only here.
No
Only
shit.
here can you get KFC and get busted in your trunk.
Would you
That's
like
right.
to
Be on
sign
a
the
TV
waiver?
show and then sign the waiver afterwards.
That's right.
See, I was
I don't agree to be on TV
for a second, I almost was tempted. 'cause
or to get
he's like-
arrested.
He's like, well, if you sign the waiver, we'll have you come over here and we'll do an interview. Because, like, the cop had pretty much let me go. So the cop was, like, more or less like, I'm out of here type thing. Like, I'm done with.
Well, he was an actor, dude. He was just an actor.
Yeah, he was just showing how I was getting
He was
punked.
in his third year of acting university.
Probably getting punked by the team.
You will
eh?
respect
Yeah.
my authority.
That was the worst part, was like, you got the camera crew and everything around me, and then all the boys on my team are driving by.
Laughing.
And there's me pulled over out of the car. Yeah, like,
Laughing.
yeah, not fun. Anyway,
Nice.
sorry to cut you off.
No,
You
no,
reminded me of
that's
a good
cool.
one, though.
That's cool. Guys in trunks, eh? All right, well, let's get on with the Jersey episode.
Just incriminated a couple buddies. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys in trunk. Yep.
Guys
there you
in
go.
trunks.
There we go. That's what we
I got
do.
a few
Okay,
stories
Somerville,
about
what's going
being
on,
in a
dude?
trunk, but we'll move on to the jerseys. So,
Yeah.
look, I'll start out by this was actually a gift from
Looks check.
looks Czech from a Czech brother who I ended up so I was coaching with him like way back in 2007, something like that, here in Auckland, and as a parting gift he gave me this. It was fucking, it's got my name on the back, my number. I was fucking real impressed. I got nothing for him. You know, that's how good I was.
Right on.
I was a co-coach.
You're a good friend.
Just for the people on the audio
Well, hold
version
on.
of
We'll get
this,
to that. We'll get to that.
Somerville is holding up a shirt and flexing,
All right. You can
and
do
it
the,
is a check.
It is a Czech Republic jersey. Or is it Czech Republic? Yes, this is Czech Republic, not
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia. Yeah.
Don't say Czechoslovakia
I
because
know.
there'll be a fight.
There'll be a fight between the Slovaks and the Czechs. But
Slovaks
anyways,
and the Czechs.
so Danny Broden was the dude. Shout out to Danny Broden. And then I hadn't seen him in, I think it was,
Oh yeah, we played against
13
them over
years.
in Adelaide.
and then we played against him in Adelaide. Yeah, crazy. Traveled all the way. I think he was living in Malaysia actually, or something like that. Anyways, look, I feel a bit retarded.
Okay.
You know, I've got
It's
the
okay.
two Jersey Masters with me. I'm not a jersey collector to the extent of Langer and Punchy here. So
I got a
what
book for
I
that to catch you up.
decided,
There's some
I don't know,
literature for you.
I don't
I'll
have
send
the
you.
money
I'll send you
or the
some
wall
literature.
space.
No, once you get out of lockdown, I'll give
Yeah.
you a piece of literature. I've given
It'll
it
be
to
covered
Langer.
with COVID, but I
It's-
mean, you can still read it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Bible of
Oh,
jerseys.
I've read it. It was on someone's coffee table while it was at your house.
It is a
Cam.
coffee table book.
Yeah.
It is a coffee. I read it last summer.
Yeah, I read
It's a good
the.
read.
I think I
Lots
read
of
the
pictures.
Sens and the Canadians.
Yeah,
and the
Bible.
Rangers back to back. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jersey.
Should we start a
book, or
book,
the Jersey
book
Bible
club? We'll give
the
give
Jersey
whoever listens
Almanac.
to the show a book.
Almanac.
Book to read
yeah.
each
Well,
week.
very.
If you subscribe to this show, we will send it out to you, but you have to share it with every other subscriber,
That's right.
Yes,
and we'll
You
just
gotta
see how
send it
far it
back.
gets.
Yeah.
like the
Probably
cup.
never get it back.
It's like the
No,
cup. You just
exactly.
hand it
Yeah.
around.
That's right.
Yeah. Can you imagine if there was like no rules with the cup and like you just gave it to some guy and like that was it?
Throw it in the Ottawa River.
You're like, where is it? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I gave it to Bruce down the
I'm not
street.
gonna
Pat
lie.
Maroon,
I was worried about it making it back from Russia.
Yeah.
It's
It
been
went-
to Russia?
It went to Russia with Cooch last week. There, I wasn't
Oh,
sure if they were
okay,
ever going to
right.
see
Yeah,
it again.
Probably trade it for a bottle of vodka or something.
It was
It's gone, man. It's gone, buddy.
Or they emptied the vodka in it.
Just make your own book. Draw some
They call it
pictures.
That's
vodka
right.
over there.
Draw
called
the
vodka.
logos.
Vodka.
So,
Every logo
with-
looks retarded.
without
See
the
what
wall
got-
of jerseys, or the sea of jerseys in behind me, I decided to take a slightly maybe different approach to what you guys have planned. So I've picked 4 teams to focus on today, and I was
All right.
going to go through sort of 3 eras and how the jerseys have changed. So
Like it.
I've got a few. I've got to share my screen here, so I gotta get ready. But so first one up is, of course, my all-time favorite Ottawa Senators. They.
I like how you said that, because that's how you should pronounce it.
The
Senators.
Yeah.
Don't go too deep, because we got to go do an episode on the old school.
No. Well, look, I mean, the first era I was looking at was 1980, and then second era was 2005, and then now 2015. But I couldn't do 1980
I want to see the
because
1980s Ottawa
they
Senators
weren't
jersey.
around then.
I know. I want to see that one.
Yeah, so did I.
This bootleg
but
jersey that you've got from 1980.
failed to find it, unfortunately. But so yeah, taking a look at the Senators' inaugural jersey, 1994.
That's my favorite.
Right, there it is.
They went back to
black
something
and white.
similar this year.
Yes, they did.
Oh, well, we'll get. Yeah.
I need to shut
Yeah.
up, because some of those trying to do his thing. I just
Sorry.
get excited about
No,
jerseys.
that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, no.
Is that
So
a
there's
Brad's?
the original Senators jersey. Pretty sweet. You know,
So
now that I'm
clean
looking
and
at it,
just love
yeah,
it.
it is pretty sweet.
Very clean. Great
Then
piping.
we got the 2005 version.
Is this with the guy that's looking at you?
Yeah, so we went from
I don't like the
3D
guy
or
looking at me.
2D to 3D,
Yeah.
and
I don't know about that.
look, I was. Oh, what happened here? Hold on, I seem to have
But
screwed
see,
up.
the thing is like when we were
Oh, yeah.
talking about this today, while I was driving and texting,
Yeah.
I was thinking about how I need to separate myself from my own personal biases behind stuff.
Oh, I hear you.
You know, like this, if you're a fan of a team and they made changes, and you kind of like you kind of shoehorn yourself, and you're going, I like that. And that's like those. What are those stupid reverse retro ones? And I'm like, I can't. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
drinking
well,
again.
I do have a mention
honest,
of
I
the reverse
kinda like-
retro.
I kind of like that they're taking stabs at reinventing jerseys.
It's cool.
As long as they don't go too crazy with sponsorship on them, I'm all right with it.
We'll get to that.
I kind of
so
like
sad.
I kind of like the creativity though. That they're because like so for me, I don't know. It's one thing I've always liked
There we
about
go.
football is that football they redesign the jerseys almost every game.
Yeah, but it's a number. So what does that do?
No, I know because they don't play a lot of games though, but they try around. They play around with different color schemes. Like there's, like they're always. It's always the same team colors, but they play around a little
they
bit.
fuck around.
So
So we got here's the guy looking at the Ottawa one. This reminds me of the early 2000s.
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah, Alfredson and Red.
Yeah. No, I've
Yeah.
got a jersey like this. At the time, it was my favorite jersey. I liked the him looking. It was a 3D, you know, and I like the.
Yeah.
It was
The
just
gilded gold on the sleeves and
gilded.
it's
Exactly right.
It's very
yeah.
it's Roman, you know. It's very sort of
Yes. Yes.
I see what they were going with that. I believe on the shoulders.
I was
That's
gonna
cool.
say I like the shoulder patches.
Yeah.
But now,
Just
so
looking at me, though.
going to 2020, we've made cancel. We've made a full circle here. We're back to the 2D view, right?
Yeah, it's the
Just
best one they had.
slightly different.
They're like the World Junior jerseys with the Senators logo on the front.
Oh,
If you look at the World Junior jerseys, that's pretty much the style they've got.
Oh,
Except it says
right.
Canada on the front. But they're cool.
Yeah.
They're tight. It's clean. I like the red without the white. Like it's just
Yes.
kind of muted.
yes.
It makes the jersey pop, it makes the logo pop because it's
Pop,
got white
yeah.
in it and gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sharp.
So no,
old-
I. Oh, sorry.
No, is that the old school O on the shoulders? Which is the history
No,
with
it's
Ottawa,
no,
right?
it's an
no,
S
it's the
patch.
S. Yeah,
It's an S
yeah.
patch.
That was another
But,
jersey I really
Justin
liked. Was
Trudeau
the
on
O
the
jersey.
shoulder.
So this is pretty sweet. That was a good third jersey, and I mean,
Yeah.
that was going to be made. I think we played a season as that is our official jersey? Maybe not. But they almost made it. Anyways, so it's like with Ottawa, and you're going to see a bit of a trend here. We went from one version to, a slightly different version. And then, 20 years later, we're back to where we started.
Isn't it funny how you always kind of go back to your roots?
You go back to the roots.
Certain
yeah,
things,
exactly.
Because there's nothing wrong with it.
But no, probably and I'm biased, but probably my favorite jersey in the league now is this one, the black. The white one's pretty sharp as well, but I like the black. Like you said, the logo pops. Yeah,
huge pop.
So that's my number one. But now I want to go to my number two all-time favorite, and that is the Buffalo Sabres. I remember when I was working in. I got my first job in New Zealand, and I got one of my colleagues involved in hockey, and I asked him to pick out who his favorite team was, and he picked the Buffalo Sabres because he didn't know it was the Sabres. So now I always call them the Sabres all the time. But this is the 1980 jersey, 1980-81 jersey, and to me, I mean, this was fucking sharp. Yeah, I really like this.
Blue and gold, blue and yellow is amazing.
The most games that I ever seen live ever were in that jersey.
You know what makes it cool though is the blue. The blue in the logo is lighter than the jersey color.
Yeah,
it's because it just pops it, man.
Yes, yes. And then Buffalo went to a slightly, and I think a lot of teams did this, like Ottawa we saw, but the Ottawa, I guess, jersey change wasn't as extreme as some of these ones. Like Buffalo went to this in 2000 and I don't know, whatever, 5 is what I looked up, and I liked this one at the time.
I like the logo.
Yeah,
it's my favorite. It's my favorite
good.
one. Yeah,
it's good. But now looking back, I'm not sure as big a fan as I was.
I don't like the color scheme, and I don't like the layout of striping and all that stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I mean, I always found it interesting to jump in, but I always found it interesting when you got teams that completely changed their color scheme. Like you've got no faith in the fact that you've got a color scheme, work within it.
Well, let me get to that a bit later.
There's so many black teams,
Yeah.
and black and red, and it's just it's too common.
Well, okay, so we'll move on here.
The slug. The Buffa slug. Yeah, it's a blue and yellow it's a sharp color combo. It's so sharp. And there's not many teams that have that color scheme, But the white one's the best. I love it. Punchy used to have. It does good. Punchy had a white Pat LaFontaine jersey, and I always coveted that.
Still got it.
And my thing was, if anyone got a jersey, I can't get the same one, so it's like, fuck, I can't get that one. So
I wore that first Tekapo trip.
Yeah, it's a great uniform, beautiful uniform. But this, yeah.
I liked when they did the 50th anniversary with the gold.
The gold, you like that?
It was cool for something different.
I don't know.
It was cool for something different, and they only wore it for 5 games.
Oh, really? That was on my dumpster list. But I know what you're saying. There's history behind it. There's a lot of. It's legendary because of what happened when certain people were wearing that jersey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gasket. Yep. The Brian McFarlane jersey. Yep. Yeah, it's the McFarlane jersey. He makes the little figurines. It's a gasket, and all the dots and the dots underneath the oil drop represent the cups they've won.
Yeah.
So McFarlane, the guy that designed it, he designs all those mini figurines, those really amazing, like realistic hockey figurines. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I got a few of them. Yeah, so he designed that. Well, you can't really redesign something when you've had Gretzky and Messier and Anderson and Thier and Lowe and Curry and, like, you can't do that, It's good effort. Kind of looks like a junior jersey, though. Like a Western Hockey League.
Should have been the Oil Kings jersey.
Done with the orange one, though. I'm done with the orange now. It should have been the orange one should have been a third jersey, the one they're wearing now for away jerseys. Yeah, they should go back to the blue ones. I'm done with the orange. But McDavid, they tried to rebrand it, like what they did with Gretzky when he went to LA and they pulled out the Ice Cube gangster jerseys,
Yeah, no, I never liked the orange ones, man. The orange ones just don't suit.
Only Philly can pull off orange, really.
Yeah, Philly's got some sharp ones. I like the orange.
I like it.
What do you guys think of
I like it as a
third jersey. Sweet.
I actually don't mind the blue orange with no white as
I hate it.
Like it's
It
kind
looks like a 5-year-old color.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to what's his name? Oh my god, Albert. He's like, I love it. I'm like, of course you do. You're an Oilers fan.
Yeah, no.
However,
this one.
No, the muted one. But I saw Dwayne. Guy, he coaches the Mustangs here. He had one on. It actually looked really good in person. I'm like, okay, I'll give him that.
Yeah, no, they look good and they look cool on the ice too.
Yeah, I need white or something to. Like to me, that's classic.
This one's my all-time favorite.
Look at that picture. Look at that picture of Connor, right there. Yeah, go back. That one. Right. If you look at that one, they wear way nicer than they look in a picture.
Yeah, they look way better in person. I'll give it that.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Edmonton.
Yeah, that's cool.
Making the rounds here, back to the roots. But like the logo, the logo just can't change again. You can't go back to the sprocket.
Well, it's Gretzky,
gasket.
You can't.
That's right.
It's too bad. They were so dominating. You can't change it. It's like the Islanders. Like. You can't have Captain Highlander on your shirt.
Just what a great segue into. And my fourth all-time favorite jersey is the Islanders. So here's the 1980
Here comes the fish
version. And I still love this color scheme.
Should we just skip to the fish
I've got
stick?
my own
I got a
jersey.
Now, if you zoom in on the logo, can you do that?
Yeah.
So do you know there's a point where the I in Islanders is pointing? That's pointing to Northlands Coliseum on Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where it is. And that's the little sort of Easter egg in the jersey logo.
Yeah.
Which I thought was wicked.
No kidding. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Huh. Did not know that.
Cool.
And then the Islanders, followed suit like the friggin' Oilers and the Sabres, and they came out with this. I don't know what they were thinking.
The fish stick.
Oh, wait.
Are you talking about the Darius Kasparaitis jersey?
Oh.
Captain Highlander.
Copied the wrong
By the way,
link,
your
apparently.
fish sticks suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wherever.
1996, bud.
I can't find it.
1996.
Is it Is it 96?
96.
I did like the all black Brooklyn.
The one with
jerseys. Remember they came out with the
1996.
black ones?
That was when that guy I was telling you about, that when he was scamming, that he made up a whole
Oh
story.
yeah, he
about,
bought himself a franchise.
yeah, with fake
this
paperwork.
one. Whoops.
Yeah,
That's the jersey is an absolute
Is it
disaster,
96?
man.
96, 97, yeah.
But I wonder
Yeah,
if this
yeah,
jersey's
thank
kind
you.
of like the Kachino ones in Phoenix, that everyone loves them now.
But
But I
what
remember
a,
when they came out, we're like, oh my
God.
God, what the hell have you done?
what
Oh
a
my
horrible
God.
tribute, though, for 25 years as a franchise to come out
Yeah.
with that thing.
Yeah.
They were in the dumpster, and they were trying to get people back on
Yeah.
board after they had their dynasty. But oh my
This
God,
was not the way to go.
Yeah.
look at that weird color and
It's-
the waves, and oh my God.
Yeah. The waves, man.
It's like-
Yeah, the wave is
The Montauk wave at the bottom. It's just like, what the fuck is
fucking
that?
lost me there.
I liked when they did
Yeah,
the all black
horrible.
Brooklyn ones, and it was just black and white with the NY on it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, they still have
Yeah,
those as the
yeah.
third jersey.
Yep.
I liked when they went with the black, and it just said Islanders across the front.
Oh, well, I've got a comment on that
Up
down the
with
road.
Sens and the
but,
bolts, and I didn't like that at all.
oh, fuck's
That was
sake.
for like children, I thought.
And then
There
there's the NY.
There's
Yeah.
a black one, it's
No,
just
the
black and white.
Black one is just black and white.
Black and
Yes,
white, and it's
the better
really
one.
cool.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, yeah. So Islanders went back to the roots as well. Slightly different scheme, but kept true to the the logo
It's a
and
busy
the color
logo,
scheme.
but again, I think history
it is.
supports that.
Classic,
you know,
though.
like that was they won,
Yeah.
and that's if you're a hockey fan and you know your history. No other teams
Oh,
won
yeah,
19
little bit
playoff
stuck there,
series
but-
in a row. You know,
Yeah, so I like the Islanders.
4 in a row. Yeah, me too. I got a
Jesus.
special place for the Islanders logo. And
Yeah,
I like the color scheme. Blue, orange, and white's nice.
this is good. What do we got next there, Summer?
All right, so this is my last one of the cool jerseys that I like. This one goes to, sorry, Langer.
That's all right.
Reverse retro, Minnesota
Oh, I love it.
Wild.
It's probably my favorite one out of all the reverse retros. That one in
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Yeah,
I just love green, yellow, and white.
don't know
I
if
think
I've seen New
there's
Jersey.
not enough teams with green in it.
no, well, okay, so we'll come to Dallas, but yeah, Minnesota's been struggling with a
Yes.
color scheme,
Yes,
in
they
my
have.
opinion, since the
Absolutely.
inception. And this needs to be
This
adopted
should be their
as their new
shirt. I
official
know. I
jersey.
totally 100%
Yeah.
agree with you. It's
Yeah.
a gorgeous jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wicked
sweet.
logo.
The problem is,
I would
is
like
that
to see. I would
you
like
got
to see how it
Minnesota
looks on
North
a green
Stars.
shirt too. Like on a
and you got the Dallas Stars, right? So when Dallas goes retro, do they go back to the Minnesota North Stars, or does Minnesota, like they have, go back to the Minnesota North Stars? It's that weird
It's like Winnipeg and
thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes.
If I went green with a dark jersey,
Um,
I'd go with a dark green, like a dark forest green. Like
Yeah.
it's not too in your face,
Yeah.
but I mean that white jersey it's sexy. It's so clean and just nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
All right. So those.
they have
That's.
one of those cool
I got
logos
one
too
more.
that tells a story.
Oh, one of the most creative logos in all of sports, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
wicked.
I like that. Yeah, good call. Yeah, it is. Good call. All right, so on to my worst jerseys, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these to go through. So we're gonna start out with the all-time fucking worst ever jersey ever.
Vancouver.
It's on my list, but fucking
The
the
Kachino
goddamn
Phoenix. I know.
Coyotes.
But remember how shocking that
Thing,
was when we
it's
saw
a-
that?
it doesn't matter because you know what
fucking
they just
disaster.
confirmed that it's coming back
That's
as
their
their
real
main
shirt,
logo
yeah.
for this.
I
year.
know.
It's awesome. I love it.
Why? Because they got this now. That's the fucking
The
bomb.
logo they have now is amazing.
That's
They
the
figured
Wolves.
it out.
That's the Wolves logo.
Yeah. I remember saying that. I saw the Wolves.
but-
I'm like, wait a minute.
This is like a Picasso disaster, man. I don't fucking get it. What? are
Yeah,
they
I don't
thinking,
know.
man?
They're just.
Um,
I want to
It's-
say I like
it-
it
it
'cause
just-
it's so
just
bad. but
frustrating.
I
Go back to the
it's
other
not
one,
a hockey
Summer?
jersey.
Go back to the other one.
I can't.
Like
Like,
the retarded coyote on the front. That's what I thought.
There it is.
he
It's
is.
the retarded coyote.
Well,
On
This is the
peyote.
one. They got to
they're
stick
not
with
the
this.
wolves.
On peyote. Yeah.
That's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, okay, we got the drugs jersey here. This is the one you wear at the drug party. Like by the end of the night, I'm gonna look like the
Fucking
logo
right.
on the front of this jersey.
That's right. That's right.
12 out of 10.
There's a lot going on. but I still
fuck.
like it.
Yeah, it's Southwest. It's Breaking Bad, and I kind of get it.
I like
now.
it better than the one they have now. I
Yeah.
like the color scheme. I like
Really?
the color
I-
scheme
yeah.
better.
But
too.
why not incorporate the color scheme with
Oh,
the current logo?
Because the current logo is, I don't like it.
He doesn't like it.
yeah. I disagree.
Computer
All
says
right.
no.
Moving on to my second all-time worst
All right.
jersey. These guys have they don't belong in hockey. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you don't like the cannon?
But
Yeah, I would like
can't
to.
get
I
the
would like
cannon.
to see them
I don't
get
get
rid.
the
I would like to
star.
see them
I-
get rid of the redesign the
the
logo.
dumb star
Get
and
rid of the
stuff.
star thing and
Yeah.
build on the cannon. Like make the
Yeah,
cannon.
maybe.
Make the
Cannon's
cannon.
pretty tough.
Like redesign the cannon logo so it doesn't have Columbus Blue Jackets written around it
Yeah.
on the circle.
I just don't like the fact that they've incorporated the fucking American Revolution into the NHL.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
all
fair
right.
enough.
Your fucking history does not belong in my fucking
Yeah,
sport. Fuck
Speak the
off,
truth, brother.
Anyway, that
That's
is
right.
how I feel. Honestly, Columbus has
Yes,
got to be
Black
shut
lives
down.
do
Get
not
the
matter in
fuck
hockey.
out.
Get rid of that.
No.
We don't need to know about history. Does not belong. Social history has no place in hockey.
I mean, this is the American Revolution, Revolution,
Civil War, yeah.
Sorry, I should say.
You know what I
Civil War.
first thought when I saw that logo? Is I thought of that song "For Those About to Rock." We salute you by AC/DC. If you know that song, at the
Right.
end there's cannon
Yeah.
fire at the end, which they do. I think that's the song when they score a goal at the rink. For those about to
right.
rock,
Yeah.
boom.
with their
Yeah,
fake
with
cannon.
the fake cannon.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but I don't know. I really don't like
Right.
Columbus. Sorry, Columbus fans,
all right.
but fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Columbus fans.
All right. Next one we sort of touched on earlier, and I know I'm probably gonna get a bit of hate mail about this one, but the Dallas fucking Stars, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Again-
terrible. Get rid of that. That's dumb.
Like
That's like the
right,
hyper glow.
this
Glow in
one.
the dark jersey.
I mean, that was the dark jersey with their fucking that's right. What do you call that? What's that color of green? It's
fluorescent
called
green.
fluorescent green.
It's weird.
Yeah, like highlighter
Yeah,
green.
it is
No,
highlighter. Like
fuck
if you
off.
can't color in school,
Yeah.
that's how you color the. I
Yes.
used to have teachers, and they would say, "Okay, this is what they do for busy work. Okay, you're going to color in the jerseys for NHL teams." And some retard would color in the jersey to look like that with a green highlighter and a black marker.
In the late
didn't
90s, that would have been the
mind
best
this
jersey to
one.
wear to
I like the
After
logo.
Hours Club.
Yeah, exactly.
The
If you're in
D
the
with the
VIP
star?
room,
With glow
That's
sticks.
the jersey
with
you wear.
glow sticks in your hand. Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
If you're at a rave,
I don't like the Texas fucking
No.
state, with the D. Like
so what do you like? Did you like the
I mean,
jersey?
this one was okay, like the original Dallas Stars
was that?
jersey, but I'm not a fan. Like you're talking about green, right? It's
It's a green
I don't know.
jersey.
It's
It's a green jersey.
I don't know. It just irks me.
So we're now okay. So on the next road trip, we're not stopping through Dallas because summertime is going to lose
No.
his mind, fight somebody at the rink,
I'll lose my shit.
you get arrested at a beer tent
Okay,
in Dallas.
I know I'm gonna get some flack for this one, guys. I'm sorry.
Don't be
but
sorry.
This one has got to be called out, in my opinion. The Kraken. I am just
That
not
is the
happy
most
with fucking
uninspiring logo I've ever seen.
The Steinlager.
Steinlager.
Steinlager Kraken.
Their secondary jersey on the shoulders I think is awesome, and it should have been their primary with
Yeah,
the anchor and
absolutely.
the Seattle
The
Space
anchor.
Needle.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I know, they failed.
Right? Like, what is this S
S
thing?
for
Is it
shitty.
a snake?
The S should have been the
Is it,
secondary logo.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a weird sort of
It's lame.
seahorse.
It does.
Is what it looks
It's
like
lame.
to
It's
me.
retarded.
You know?
Seattle Seahorses.
Like the Kraken is a vicious sea animal that fucking tears whole ships
That
down
lives in the Atlantic
in one
Ocean,
gulp.
which is nowhere near where Seattle
Right?
is. But yeah, you're right.
And this does not reflect that at all. So, but thumbs down to Seattle's
Yeah, I agree.
fucking. Good luck this year, boys. But you're gonna be sporting a shitty
I
fucking
know. You're
jersey.
gonna get a white one though. I do like the white ones. They look good. Everybody looked sweet in his number 7 white jersey.
Well, you'll be happy to know that when we do get to the second period and we get into the quiz, the Kraken is not involved because
Excellent.
there's only
Gay
30
name, too.
There's only, as of right now, there's only 31 teams, and this is episode 31.
Good. Excellent. Good for you.
Right.
Super gay name. Could have come up with something better.
They need a third jersey as well.
They need a third
but
jersey, like,
anyways,
now.
They'll get there.
Like start the
exactly.
season wearing a third jersey. Do that.
Because the first and the second
Like your alternate is your opening night jersey is one that no one in the crowd is wearing.
Absolutely.
Sorry, fans.
No,
Sorry.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
It's Steinlager pure.
Last one.
Steinlager Pier.
Canucks. Sorry, boys.
What?
Why are you apologizing?
They've had some-
Are you from Canada or something? Stop apologizing.
A little bit. I'm a little Canadian.
Nice.
Yeah. But look,
No
the
vitamins.
black, yellow, and
No
orange.
vitamins. It's
this-
replaced with stories.
I don't get this.
Do you understand the
This
color
just
scheme,
doesn't-
though? So the color scheme is based on the
No.
native color wheel. So the native tribe on the West Coast is the Haida native group. So the colors represent the people of the world. So white's white people, black's black people, yellow is the Asians, and red are the natives.
Mm-hmm.
So the color scheme was
For reals.
Yeah, so it was connected to their native color wheel.
It's a racist jersey. Right.
Jesus.
Okay.
Summer's like,
Right.
I like
It's a
it now.
racist-
Now I know why
It's a
I hate it.
racist jersey. I
It's
like
a
it now.
cultural business.
It's racist towards all
See,
races.
racist, I like
We've
racist.
got you
Tell me
all
you need the book.
included.
Gotta
Yeah.
send you the book.
Anyway, I understand the logo's retarded.
It's a bit. It's like a skate.
It's the plate of
and
spaghetti.
it just looks messy, man. Yeah, a
it's the
bunch of
plate
lines
spaghetti.
thrown
That's
together.
what they called it.
And I love the color scheme
Yep.
here, but the whale, the Inuit whale with this,
Breaking through the ice?
I don't get
You
it.
like that?
Is that what it's about?
Yeah,
Breaking through
what-
the- but where's the whale come
Well,
from?
Orca, right? It's the West Coast, but it was a corporate logo, so a lot of people
I-
are pissed because it was corporate. I hated when it said Vancouver over it. I'm like, you don't need Vancouver over it.
It was
Like,
There you go.
fucking
better.
whatever.
Yep.
It was much better than the hockey rink with the stick in the middle.
I like that.
No, man, that's the
'Cause
best
it's like-
one. That's my
You can
favorite.
draw that as a 5-year-old at school. I love that one.
That is the
I think
fucking
that one
bomb.
is so
and
hilarious.
it's not a hockey rink; it's a C with the V. It's the Vancouver
Yeah.
Canucks, and a great little scheme with the stick in the middle to
Yeah.
make the Canucks and
And you
a
got
V,
the white
right?
for the snow-capped
Anyways,
mountains, you got the blue for the water, and you got the green for the forest.
Oh, okay. There's that.
And
almanac
a
on it.
lumberjack on your shoulders just to make you
Yeah.
feel strong.
He's
right.
read the book.
That's right. That's
Jonathan
right.
Canuck.
I love that scheme, and like the Hartford Whalers was very
The
similar
best.
to that. That was
The
another
best.
one, but I had to shorten it down here. But yeah, love this one. Hate the black racist one, and I'm not a big fan of the other ones at all. But all right, and my last one I found this morning, thanks to
Now forever I'm going to look at that jersey and
my-
go, that's the racist jersey.
it's
It's just so full of racism.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
I think I got it up on my wall too. Just
It was my
dripping with
favorite.
racism. Jesus Christ, West Coast people are terrible.
So I woke up early this morning, and somebody was up earlier than I was, Cam. So Punchy posted this cool little article that some fan just made up, like these dark
Yeah.
jerseys. And I had a look through them, and some of them were fucking sick. Some of them were absolute disasters.
Garbage.
But I'm going to give just a peek preview here. Oh, it's going to reload. I'm going to scroll down to it. God damn it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll tell you the 4 that I liked. And
Well, the worst ones I hated when Vancouver went to like blue, red, and white. Remember they did that when Messier was there?
Look at this Florida one. It's just
And they're
awful.
really bad.
Fuck. That's disgusting.
the Florida one,
All right,
the Florida
my
one is
favorite
the one
one-
for Pride Week. You wear that one Pride Week.
Oh, it kind of sounds gay
No,
already.
because I'm a little bit
Have you
biased,
seen it?
but look at that Sens jersey, man. I love that. That is fucking
We can't see
awesome.
anything. We're still
you
looking
can't
at the
see it.
racist Vancouver jersey.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
right.
looking at the racism
Oh, right.
jersey.
Oh, I see. Let me
promotes
just share a
racism.
different tab
It's like
here.
this. It's like
That's
the rebel
right.
flag of hockey jerseys.
That's right. That's right.
I actually
So,
marked down 4 of those the dark
I
jerseys.
can't even
that I
see
like.
that. Can you turn up the brightness on that?
Turn
Smile.
down the suck on that.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Turn down the suck.
What are you talking about? That is
What
is
that?
sweet.
No thanks.
The my all-time favorite on the
That
list
Rangers
though
jersey sucks. I hate
is
that Rangers jersey you just passed. With the
oh,
Liberty
there's
on
some
it.
shitty jerseys.
Terrible.
Look at this
No, it's
Florida
terrible.
Yeah, it's the Pride one.
This is a
No. The
Pride one.
disaster.
No, that's the club in Jersey.
This is the best jersey in my opinion that he's created.
So the 4 that I liked, were the Devils.
Let me just go to that one. Devils wasn't too bad. I think that's at the bottom.
That's cool. I like the
there it
logo
is.
on
This
that
is very
Nashville
similar
one.
to the Detroit.
Right,
Yeah.
the Devils,
Yeah, it's kind of
and
evil.
then I liked. Well, I liked the Blues one. I don't mind the Blues one.
Yeah. There's
Well,
that
I'm a
NY.
Blue-
you're
I'm
Yeah,
a
that's
Blues
cool.
fan.
It's muted. It looks cool. It's like a black and white TV. Hate that New York jersey. I hate it so much. It's so stupid.
Deep grown.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of that's
St. Louis is kind of shitty. There it is.
yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty. It's not
See, I
bad.
don't mind
It's not
that
bad.
one. And
Don't want
then
the
the
sideways
other,
striping on it,
and then
but
the
like
other
the
2
colours.
that I liked were the Sabres. And the
Ooh,
Sabres
I don't-
one kind of reminds me of what the Minnesota Wild did.
Oh, that's terrible. That Canucks one. Get rid of that.
The Sabres,
Yeah.
Right in the
Sabres.
dumpster. Yeah, throw that
Yeah.
away immediately. Get rid of that.
But it's
It's
awful.
less racist
Yeah.
though.
it is less
It's,
racist.
it's just
but it's still
white
got that
people and
stupid-
Martians.
Where's the Sabres?
Yeah, it's too exclusive. Get rid of it.
Sabres. They went back to the old Buffalo.
That Kings logo. Come on,
No,
bring
but
that back.
it's
please.
kind of like the Wild in the fact that they went back to the Wicked logo, but used the color scheme from the old school Buffalo teams.
That's okay.
Here's Chicago. I can't even tell it was Chicago.
What is that terrible
This
one?
was
Let's
weird
put a
one.
That's
number
without
on
the
front.
racism.
Yeah.
That's without the racism in it.
You gotta have a little bit of racism in a jersey to make it look good. That's all
pretty
right.
cool. I'd like that as a T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
You know.
I couldn't skate around and fight somebody.
There
wearing
it is.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Yeah, see, that logo is good with the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. This is
Angry
kind of
Buffalo.
like it's kind of like the Wild, how they kept the old colors, but
Yeah, it's like meeting in the middle. It's a compromise.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
cool
then-
logo.
And
I
then
like
the other
that.
one was probably the one that I know Langer will hate, and you guys will probably both hate, but I like it just because I would wear it, and that's the Leafs.
Oh, with the CN Tower in it?
Yeah, I'm not showing that.
Yeah, I thought it looked cool.
One. Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah.
looked cool, and I like the fact that it's not blue and white, because it's the only thing I don't like. I've never liked the Leafs color scheme. I've
You don't
never
like
liked.
the blue sky and the white snow?
No thanks. I'm good.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
I just
totally
like.
convinced about that.
I don't know. I think that's another one like
CN
the
Tower?
I think that's another one like the Edmonton one. It would probably wear a lot nicer than it looks in a picture.
Yeah, I'd like to see it in real life. I like the CN Tower. I think there's something to do with that. There's potential.
Yeah, but if you did that in blue and white, it would look stupid.
Oh, really? Huh, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, the longer I look at it,
Well,
it's
we're
kind
never
of
gonna
growing on
find
me.
out.
But
I like the
think
logo itself,
re-
but in the least color scheme, I don't think it would look that
With
good.
the original 6, though, you can't really fuck around with them because it's tradition, and people are gonna take up arms, and we're not changing our flag because it's tradition.
Oh, they're
whatever.
definitely not going to change that. We're not going to change anything in the country
We're not
because
going to
it's
be our
been
own
this way.
country. We're going to.
Oh, speaking of that,
That's right.
did anybody know? Anybody know what happened? Is Prime Minister Centerfold back for
I
another?
think Trudeau won.
I was going to say, did anyone know there was an election today?
Yeah, there's a Canadian election today.
Yeah.
Allegedly, there was an election. So
Prime Minister Centerfold. I bet you know what won't happen? They won't recount for 8 months.
Yeah.
nobody
6
cares,
weeks.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You ask an American.
All right, and that's my period, boys.
Good,
All right.
I'm rich, biatch.
Are you really?
janitor. I'm not a truck driver. I'm a janitor. I got enough cigarettes to last me and my family for the rest of my life. Rich guy.
All right. Okay, well, when it comes to jerseys,
Fucking reparations.
when it comes to jerseys, if you haven't,
FUBU
Yeah.
is going up 500%. Stop.
Cadillac Escalades have sold out.
Thank God for their love of money, gaudy jewelry, and shitty clothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
reparations. Anyway, so as you've learned so far in the first period, me and Lang are a bit of jersey heads. So, of course, when we decided, okay, we're going to create a team, 4 teams to be exact, we had to make sure we had some of the tightest jerseys that you could see in a beer league. So, boys, you know the jerseys of the BHL. This is a Hockey House podcast. I want to hear. There's 8 jerseys in the league. Let's rank them.
All right.
So, I don't need to give you pictures because you've all seen them before.
Are we talking BHL or FHL
the
or
8
all of them?
BHL jerseys. So
Okay, so what are the teams? You got to refresh my memory here.
You get the Castors, the Pylons, the Seals, the Suns, the Holes, the Moose, the Cheese, and the Dragons.
Okay, for me, my bottom logo has got to be the Pylons
I agree. Next,
because
what do you think, Summer?
Yeah,
Bottom?
Number 8,
Should've-
Dragons, in my opinion.
the
Cool
Dragons.
Or, I mean,
but yeah,
the Suns, I'd probably go
Is
with.
your least favorite?
Sorry, I'll replace it with the Sun. Yeah, the Suns is probably
The
my
Suns
least
is your
favorite,
least favorite? Okay. All
oh,
right.
he's got the chalk out. He's writing something down.
Yeah, I'm marking
Yeah,
down
he's
who
writing shit
picked
down
what
here.
here.
Yeah,
All right. Number 7.
what
Dragons for me.
The Dragons for you.
Yeah, so my criteria of a good jersey is the logo, the color scheme, and the design.
Yep.
So
So you both say 7 there.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I have the Dragons as my second favorite. But I know what the white version looks
yeah,
like.
they're good. My problem with the Dragons is, as a kid, I remember the Colorado Rockies, and I just thought the color scheme was so gross as a kid.
I've always liked the white.
Because-
I've always liked the white version of the color
Right,
scheme.
but the problem with the dark jersey is the lightest color on the dark jersey is yellow, and it just doesn't. It doesn't pull out. So yeah, I've grown to love it because it's old school. But yeah,
Number 6. So now you got left. You got the Cheese, the Moose, the Holes,
I
the
haven't seen the Moose
Seals,
ones.
or the Castors. You've never seen the Moose ones.
Yeah, I've seen it, but for me, I always equate that with like the Manitoba Moose. I'd probably go with the Castors. It's just it's a busy logo, and it's Boston, and fuck Boston because I'm a Leaf fan. So, you know,
All right.
it's got a laser beaver on it. Benji will like that.
It's got a laser
Yeah,
beaver.
pull out the picture. Let's have a look.
Oops.
I know you guys hate this. I've always had a soft spot for the ice holes because I named them, and I just like the name. It's just funny.
So what about you, Summer? What's your number?
Unfortunately,
6?
the funny guys don't play on that team.
Moose.
You're
Yeah, Moose
number
is cool.
6. You're 6 is the Moose.
You wear a hat with a moose.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the
Doesn't like animals.
Anaheim was going to make
The
one.
Anaheim jersey, yeah.
But,
They wear the orange Anaheim.
Right.
The
Okay.
moose
That's
logo.
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I'm not a huge fan of the
see
orange.
that.
Orange, yeah.
Orange it's aggressive.
Yeah, you need... Yeah, anyways, yeah, just...
Seals is good.
Oh, no, keep them up.
I'm a traditionalist, so I mean, I never liked, and I'm going to talk about this later, but I never liked the transition in the late 90s, early 2000s when everything looked like junior jerseys. They tried to sort of market everything to kids.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was in a triangle. Everything was holding a hockey stick. It just seemed lazy and just like, you know, it didn't have the creative panache,
It's like the Ducks reverse retro jersey.
But I mean, to be fair, the first
knows?
Ducks logo was, I mean, it was marketed with the
first
movie,
one.
but it was clever. It was a goalie mask that looked like
Yeah.
a Ducks head. That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump all over you guys, but I'm not a homer, but I love the cheese logo and the color scheme because I mean it's a grilled cheese sandwich, but it's Peter Puck. Like it's cool.
The cheese logo is my favorite.
It's my favorite. 'Cause
What
it's a
about
grilled
yours,
cheese sandwich
Summer?
with a helmet on.
Are we rated 1 now? I thought we were at 5.
Yeah, we
No,
are
I
at
just
5.
jumped to the front, so
Yeah.
I'm out.
Mine
All right.
to the front.
Sorry.
So am I going number 1 or
Whatever
am I
you
going number
want.
5? Well, I'm impartial here, but look, my favorite logo is the Seals, but I like it
Great color
better
scheme.
with the black
The black version.
away
yeah.
jersey, the Kings
Yeah.
black and purple.
Yeah,
It's sharp with the Seals jersey.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it. I should have worn that, but it is a sharp.
So that's
jersey.
your number 1?
Yeah, that'd be my number 1.
That's your number 1, eh? All right. What about you, Langer? What's your number 2?
If I was to get a second one, probably the Seals. I like the color scheme. I think the triple jersey of a black one, a white one, and a purple one looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's very regal. I throw a splash of gold in there, like the old
Regal.
school Kings, but
Yeah.
they look
Yeah.
sharp on the ice.
I actually like the Holes jersey, too. I like the logo of the Holes jersey.
And the
It's
colors
really
are cool, and the logo is cool, and the name's wicked. I love the sauce. I think it's cool. The Cox is probably my favorite minor league team because it reminds me of like a weather
Yeah.
vane, you know, on top of a barn,
Yes.
you know, like north, south, east, and west.
Yes.
It's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My favorite logo
Yeah.
logo in the FHL, honestly, is probably the Rays. I love the Rays. I love that logo. Just with the
Yeah.
Ray
I like
Charles
the,
sunglasses too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. When you told me that, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
The cones, man. The cones.
yeah,
to
the cones
me
is cool
have
too. Yeah.
A great, like they got the White Rangers color scheme. It's sharp.
So you
Yeah,
know where the
it is.
you know where the
Sharp.
cones
Rangers
is
looks
from.
good.
So the cones is from that's the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's right. The
I just love the name.
what was that? That was the
I mean,
stop
if I could
motion-
play for an FHL team,
yeah.
I'd be a cone.
So if I could redesign one logo, it would be the pylons. It would just be a giant orange cone on the front.
Yeah, that's definitely
Straight up.
season 10. There might be a rebrand.
You know, simple, clean.
we got to get rid of Randy.
You know, especially if you're the goalie and you've got a pylon on the front of your jersey. It's just hilarious. It's so hilarious.
The whole thing will become retro. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the sauce. Anything with a mustache, I'm partial to. So,
Well, that was you,
bottle of
actually.
liquor.
Yeah, the sauce is pretty
Well, that story was hilarious.
Mexican.
Bunchy was showing me his designs, and he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "You put a mustache on there, and I'm sold." And then he
Yeah.
showed me the final design, and I was like, "Perfect."
I'm
Done.
sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once we put the couple bubbles in the bottle, so you could tell
Yeah.
that there was, yeah,
He gave it life.
I actually don't mind the swamp donkeys either, just with the moose in the horizon. If you look at it closely, the moose is in the moonlight in behind.
Well, that's what's cool because all the logos are connected, right? And that's
and
the
like
thing.
the fish sticks. The fish sticks. It was like the two dads,
Yeah, the beers, and then it's this fish.
Ice fishing, and then they catch the fish, and that's what the fish sticks are. They're roasting it on a hockey stick, which is, I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. I do have a quiz for you, boys.
Yes,
like I
I've
always
been waiting
do.
for this. This is what I want.
Okay.
Yes.
So here we go. All I want is one word answers, and you can only answer similar to, I don't know. We were talking about this a little bit earlier today, so you can be good, great, or garbage.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go through, because this is episode 31, I'm going to go through all 31 teams, and I'm going to give you the jersey. I'm not going to bring it up on the screen, because you guys know what the jerseys look like, and if not, we will slightly explain it, and you'll understand it. So, and then after that's been explained to you, I want to know whether it's great, good, or garbage.
Okay.
All right? That's all I want to know.
Do you want a simple explanation of why it's great, good, or garbage? Or just
All I
straight up?
want is great, good, or garbage. We got
Okay.
31 teams to go through, and we're sitting
All
here
right.
on an hour and a bit. And Somerville looks like he might fall asleep because he hasn't had a vitamin in a month.
Okay.
Okay.
He's in level 3.
Struggling.
You are so struggling. Anyways, here we go. Anaheim, the original Ducks white jersey. We just talked about it.
Great.
Great.
Arizona, the new reverse retro with just the head of the Kachina and the cactus plants and stuff in the bottom.
Garbage.
Yeah, dumpster. Garbage.
The Boston 2010 Winter Classic jersey, yellow with just a weird looking written B on it.
I'm looking at that right now.
I'm not
No,
a big
garbage.
fan.
I thought you were going to go current,
It's-
but you're going all over the road here.
No,
So
I'm
this
giving
is-
you.
Yeah.
I'm going everywhere here.
Okay.
Buffalo Sabres, red, white, and black, the Dominic Hasek jerseys. Good, great, or garbage?
Good.
I'm going to go garbage because I like blue, white, and yellow.
The Calgary 2004 Cup run, when they went all the way to the finals, it was the first year that they changed the C to solid black.
This isn't the snorting horse one, is it?
The solid black C.
I can't picture it.
Yeah, good.
It's a Calgary Flames jersey,
about that
only
snorting
instead
one.
of they had
Yeah.
forever the Calgary Flames were what they are now, what they've gone back to with the white C and the orange and the red. And then for the cup run, they added black and they made the C itself black.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
going to
front.
go garbage because I like their original 80s jerseys.
Cool. Personally, that's my favorite
those were
version
sharp.
of the Calgary Flames jersey. Carolina, the black flag jersey. Obviously, you have it on, so
Fucking great.
Yeah,
All right.
right.
Just like
They finally
godly,
figured it
man.
out.
Fuck, that's a sharp
finally
jersey,
figured it
man.
out.
Yeah, that
the
is.
Chicago Blackhawks 2006 Winter Classic jersey, which had a one single cream stripe with a
Yeah, I
circle
know that
in the
one.
middle and the old school Hawks logo.
Yeah.
Good, great, or garbage?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
I'll go good.
Garbage.
It was old school.
The Colorado's reverse retro Nordiques jersey.
Good.
Yeah, it doesn't count because to me it's not Colorado, that's Quebec. I hate their
No.
logo and I
Yeah.
hate their uniforms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So is it garbage or good or great?
Yeah. I'll give it a good, but just barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a good. Yeah,
The Columbus baby blue cannon logo.
garbage.
I'm going to say great. It's better than the stupid star wannabe Avalanche logo.
Yes.
True.
Dallas Stars Brett Hull era jersey.
Garbage.
One that's in Broccoli's basement.
Yeah, that's in the frame. Yeah, I'm gonna go garbage because I like Minnesota.
I thought it was garbage until Broccoli told me. Now I think it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's in a frame with a light over it, like a museum in his basement. I've seen it.
The Detroit Red Wings 100 Centennial Classic jersey.
With the D on it?
No, the one that's made with the wings and it has like a silvery. It has silver around the.
Does it say
outside
Detroit
of it.
over it?
No, it has the winged wheel, but it's red. It's a white jersey, and it has on the logo or on the winged wheel. It's like a little bit silver because it was the 100th anniversary game.
See, I wish
They
you'd
wore
gone
it.
modern.
They wore it against the Leafs.
See, I wish you'd gone current because I don't remember much of that stuff.
No.
Cool, good grade
Yeah.
or garbage.
Yeah. Garbage.
Yeah,
Gretzky.
I don't know.
The Gretzky era Oilers jersey.
It's great.
Great.
Yeah.
Florida
Legendary.
Panthers first season when the Rats used to fly.
Garbage.
The white jersey.
Yeah,
I didn't like
garbage.
the red and the
Yeah, garbage.
yellow.
The LA Kings jersey when Gretzky arrived with the silver numbers on the back.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go great. They look cool.
I'll go good.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah.
Minnesota Wild new reverse retro.
Great. Super great.
Oh, fuck.
Sexy.
Great. Yeah.
Montreal Canadiens Centennial Classic jerseys.
White ones?
Garbage.
Yes.
Garbage.
The Nashville Predators when they had no yellow in it and it's just a navy blue and silver and white jersey.
I've got
Garbage.
that one. Looks good in real life.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one they've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
Michael
got a
good.
Shea Weber one.
Yeah.
Looks good.
The New Jersey
Yeah.
Devils when they had no green and it was just black, white, and red. The black shoulders, white base jersey.
Yeah. I'll go good.
I like the green. Yeah, I'll go good.
The reverse retros where the base is green look friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Still Christmas, but with the devil.
That's right.
It's almost like somebody had a Shatan 666 jersey.
Yeah. Who's that guy?
That's right.
That's my Halloween jersey.
Satan.
The New York Islanders fish stick logo.
Yeah, garbage.
Dumpster. Throw it in the dumpster.
The New York Rangers classic blue diagonal Rangers jersey.
Great.
Legendary, man. Gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
it's great.
jersey.
The Senators striped
Great.
Goons jerseys
Great.
with the O.
Love
The
it.
striped.
Love
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Thanks.
great.
The O
Yeah,
jersey.
great.
Love it.
Flyers Stadium Series jerseys from last year.
Garbage.
Or not from last year, the year before, where they had
Yeah.
the orange nameplates.
For me, it's the 80s or bust. Garbage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go good.
Good,
Not the
okay.
Tim Kerr jersey. I'm telling you.
Penguins, the Emperor Penguin era.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go great.
I'm gonna go good. It was cool.
San Jose, the original whites and teals.
Super great. Wish they would bring those back.
Great.
The Larionov, Arthur Zerbe era, awesome jerseys.
This is episode 31, so screw Seattle. St. Louis Blues, 1986, Doug Gilmour acquired in a trade. Blues written across the chest with a tiny little blue note underneath.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm gonna go.
Good, great, garbage.
Good.
I'm gonna go good.
Good.
Don't need blues over it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
Hear ya.
it's unnecessary.
Anything apart from the Rangers where they're writing
Don't need
is
a word
garbage.
on it.
As a Blues fan,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say great because I want one. I have a massive Blues collection, and that is the one that has escaped my
I've got
grasp.
the mini one on my wall, a white one.
I know. It's not fair. Tampa Bay Lightning 2004 Stanley Cup winning jersey, in which they had the older Tampa Bay logo with
the
black,
different fonts
silver,
on
and
it?
white.
With the different fonts on it, garbage.
Well, no, the fonts were
Looking
the
back
fonts on
now,
the
it's
logo
garbage.
were the same as the fonts on the jersey.
Yeah, they were like a script, like a
Yeah, it was like a
it was
script one.
garbage. Great name.
Yeah,
Failed
garbage.
on the logo
Yeah.
and the uniform.
Yeah.
The
Go towards.
the Toronto Maple Leafs Heritage Classic Blues.
Garbage.
Is that the one where Phil Kessel played and Van Rees died?
It's
With the stripes
one
on the arms?
with the stripe. No, with the one stripe through the middle.
Oh, and they played Washington.
And
Yes.
the weird leaf. It's like the full-on veined leaf.
No, it was
It's just-
white
just
and it
too
had like
busy.
the Montreal
It's got-
Canadian stripe over
No,
the front.
no, it's a blue. It's blue and it had one white strip across it, and the numbers were white, and the logo was all
Who
white.
did they play?
And the veiny leaf.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Oh,
wore
in the 2014 one.
Detroit wore the white ones with the big stupid D on the front.
With the D.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking the one that
Not
Good
a fan of
grade
the
or
outdoor
garbage?
classic jerseys.
I don't know what
Garbage.
you're talking about, but I'm going to go with garbage.
Okay. I know you're a Leafs guy, so I have a secondary one. The Leafs all white at Annapolis.
Garbage.
Oh, I'm going good. Those aren't too bad.
All right.
Yeah, it reminded me of Montreal
anyways,
too much.
yeah.
Person who's a Leaf fan.
The Vancouver Black Super Racist jersey.
Yeah, garbage. But I love it because it has. But it's garbage. It's terrible.
The Vegas Grays.
Proud of our history.
And now here's the
it's
cool
good.
thing since we're
It's
on
good.
video tonight. Have you ever seen the actual Vegas Grays?
Yeah, you've got one of each, and I've seen it. It looks good in real life.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Summer,
good,
have
but
you
I
seen
hate
it?
the red. I think the red wrecked it.
Yeah, the red wrecked it.
Have you seen it, Summer?
Should have been green or something else.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll show it to you up close with all the rivets and everything. It's pretty intense.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. I remember
tactile
touching
jersey.
them, going, "Oh,
Like
is that
you
what
can
they
touch the
yeah,
sleeves
Yeah,
and like it's
Yeah.
raised. I
The
still like the red.
Washington Capitals old school with the stars Rod Langway edition.
Great.
I'm
With the
going
red
with great.
pants.
Yeah,
Fucking
Yes,
right.
sir,
Yeah,
Bob.
man.
The red pants with
yeah,
the
and
stars, on them.
the pants.
Great.
Yeah,
The
Fuck
Winnipeg
yeah. Those are
Jets
awesome.
Solani era purple midriff with white arms. That old school look, the
I've
Jets.
got one. I prefer the original WHA jerseys. I'm gonna go. I don't like when they revamp their jersey.
I'll
and
say
their logo.
good.
I'm gonna go with garbage.
Garbage.
I like the old.
yeah.
I like the original one. It was so tacky and shitty. It was good. Sorry, boys.
Sweet. And as a bonus question, the old school Campbell and Wales All-Star jerseys.
Beautiful.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you
Beautiful.
there, Goulet.
Not a fan.
Absolutely. 100% beautiful. That is
Yeah.
my favorite All-Star jersey of all time.
Me too. And to go further, just before we go to the third period, I love it when they did a black version in 1993 with the old
Yeah.
school orange logo
Oh,
on the
yeah.
front with the stars.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the
my
All-Star
boy
game.
actually has that. Yeah,
That was the All-Star game that Ed
Yeah.
Belfour was the starter, and he was so smashed that he got scored on like 100 times.
Yeah.
He went out to play the puck and got scored on like center ice. Watch the video; it's hilarious. And he admits it. I was so smashed I couldn't even play that game.
And on we go to the third period.
Eddie Belfour.
So another long game, boys.
So, what is it? You always say set it up for me, Punchy. So what is it? Jerseys might be good today, but they're not good. Like
Oh,
5
yeah,
minutes from now?
Well, some of the jerseys today, they're getting more creative and stuff like that. So some people think that they're better, but they're not better jerseys, and Langer's going to tell us why.
All right. So I'm old school. I like the CCM jerseys because they were heavy. The
Yeah.
old school CCM jerseys,
They
and
were.
they fit baggy. You know, for larger frame people like myself, you could put one of those on and hide away for the rest of the day. Now they're all Michael Phelps streamlined jerseys.
That's
With,
right.
you know,
yes,
Kevin Smith always wears a hockey
slim
jersey,
cut.
and they're always big. And I like the CCM ones where I used to have a game worn Felix Potvin jersey. Sadly, it was stolen. So sad about that. Got it for my 16th birthday. It's gone. But like that soaks up the blood and the sweat and the tears and all that stuff. I love the CCM. I didn't like when they went to Reebok because they were tapered. Like you had to be kind of sexy to wear them, and like the Adidas ones are okay, but they're just flimsy and they just don't have the weight CCM ones had.
Well, they're not made to last, right? They're made to be replaced.
And then there was the Coho ones, and you know, if you want to go old school, the Edmonton Oilers heyday ones, they were Nike, which is I thought was interesting because nobody else in the league wore anything other than CCM. So the home and away stuff is interesting. So I was reading about how back in the day, the home jersey was the dark jersey, and then they switched to whites. In 2003, when Jerry Bettman was in charge, he switched them over. And I always wondered why, because the thing about it, and I thought it was marketing, right? Like, you know, you want everyone to wear the colors of your team, so blue or red or whatever. And somebody posted something interesting. Again, this is not an educational podcast. So my thing is, if like you hear something, either you agree with it like an idiot, like a retard, or you go and look it up and you might come up with some opinion on your own. This person I'm going with Reddit, and he posted up and he said, you know, part of the reason they switched was because of the third jerseys that came out in the early 2000s, the alternates. And they were saying that the problem is like teams would go on the road and they would have to bring two sets of uniforms because teams would be wearing their alternates at home, and they could be white. So they would have to bring their darks or their whites and their darks as well. So to fix it, they made the away jerseys white. I don't know if that's true or not. But the thing I hated about when they made the change was I love going to the Leaf game or an NHL game, and you'd see all these different colored uniforms coming into the rink. You know, the Leafs are wearing white, but you get Minnesota, Chicago, New Jersey, Boston, and stuff, and that's cool. But now when you go to an NHL game, you're just seeing the white team. And it's kind of boring and bland, and it's just like, whatever, you know? So who knows if it was money or marketing.
I prefer the home team to be wearing dark.
Yeah?
Personally.
But again, my problem is everyone else is coming in white. I want to see green and, you know, purple and black, but you don't. Because they don't do that anymore. I remember watching
I think the home team should just be able to pick whatever they want to wear.
Yeah, I agree. But again, this guy was saying that was the problem because teams are going out on road trips and they have to bring two sets of uniforms instead of one. Sure. So if you see like the Kings playing the Sharks, and if it's a one-off, they might bring their dark jerseys because, you know, whatever. But I remember watching the 2014 Winter Classic, Detroit and Toronto. They wore full colors. Detroit wore red, and the Leafs wore blue. And I always thought, why can't teams do that? If the Sens are wearing black, why can't the Leafs? Or no, that doesn't work. But if the Canadiens are wearing red and the Leafs wear blue, that works. You know, like if the Wings are wearing red,
well, you can have
wear blue.
You know, Sens black, Leafs blue. I mean, there's no desperation.
The Blues are wearing blue. The Blackhawks are wearing red. Like it just looks cool. And I remember thinking, watching it on TV, it was
Make it happen.
That looks cool, you know? So, yeah, what else I wanted to say? Jesus. So many things. So the advertising thing, that was the big one I wanted to touch on. So,
oh, yeah.
My God. So I always thought hockey...
That's coming,
I mean, it's coming. And hockey for me was the final frontier. And for me, what separated hockey from all the other sports in the world was you're not watching the Auckland Fords. Hockey. You're not watching the Auckland Fords play against the Waikato Fords.
That's right.
You know? And then they're playing the Dunedin Fords and the Canterbury Fords. And it's just so retarded. Because that's what I thought. I'm like, that is super gay and retarded. But
I know. How did the fucking organization or let them take the center spot? I mean, that's where your team logo goes. Put Ford on the back or on the sleeve or the shoulder or fucking
the
what?
The one thing that's a bummer is I always thought that hockey would be the last one to add sponsors, but they're actually no, they're not. How are they?
Who else?
No, baseball, football.
Football doesn't do it.
Yeah, but they don't have a
Baseball,
logo though.
Baseball,
Football doesn't have a
football.
logo.
Every
have a
team's
number.
got a logo.
No, but there's no logo on the front of their shirts. It's a number.
Not on the jersey. You're
You
right.
know?
Yeah, you're right.
Baseball,
Well,
I can understand.
It's just
Well,
the
yeah, but
jackets and
okay.
the hats
So in
and
football,
stuff.
every team has like similar to hockey and
A color scheme.
No, every team in hockey has pretty much a primary logo and a secondary logo. And in football, they have their primary logo and then they have their font logo. And the font
Is there
the font
home and away
logo is
jerseys
on
in
every
football?
jersey.
I think they do.
So
No,
the font
Do
font
they?
logo is right here on every NFL jersey.
Yeah, but that's
right here.
for me. That's not a logo. That's a
But
word.
it's-
It's a
it-
word mark.
Every NFL team has a
But
different
what I'm
color
saying
scheme, so
is
there's no
they don't
need
have
for.
capital One on their helmet. They have
Yeah, I
the
understand.
logo
I
on
understand
their
that. I mean,
helmet.
they make a lot of money, and I was thinking, and this was my sort of rationale
Make a lot
behind
of
that
money.
was so North American sports teams have a lot of money, but then I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking about like soccer in Europe, like they're way richer than anything in North America, like ridiculously rich.
Yeah,
But their uniforms are covered. They've got advertising everywhere.
yeah.
You know, like
Everywhere.
their kit,
Yeah.
as you would say, like it's their colors.
Well, like
But then
rugby,
you-
for example, it doesn't even have assigned numbers. The numbers are assigned to the position, so the
Yeah.
numbers don't really mean it.
They don't mean anything. And like I
No,
said, if you
I
ask
know.
a,
And
if
then
you
when-
ask a kid here what's your favorite number, their number generally will be assigned to their favorite player. They won't say 46 or 99 or
position,
whatever.
right?
It'll
Yes.
be 7
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
1
None of them.
or,
None of
Yeah.
them say 21.
yeah,
But that's what I mean. Like
Then
when
they'd be
19
cheering for
comes
us,
on the
right,
pitch,
to fight.
you're like,
yeah.
who the fuck? What position is 19? Is 16 1 and 17 is
I
2
don't know. It's all dumb.
and 18
Say
is
that
like
again?
I don't get
What?
that. You know? Yeah.
What do you want to?
Well, 1 is center, 2 is tight end prop, 3 is
Oh my God, you know it?
blindside
You know how
flank.
this
I don't
works?
fucking know.
For what are you talking
I know.
about?
Yeah.
For rugby?
For rugby.
No, okay,
What we're
so
talking
for
about.
rugby, I know because I played rugby for many years. So the number one is the tight head prop.
No, but what is number 16?
Number 16
Yeah,
is
the guy who's not on the field. Who's
is a
that?
substitution. It's a
Yeah.
substitution.
Yes, but what
It's not
position does he
defined
go
by-
in for?
It's not defined by.
So is he a jack of all trades?
It's
He
not-
goes in and plays
he-
number
no,
2? Or?
he's just a sub.
Loose
He's a
end.
sub. So 16, 17, 16,
Right.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they're all substitute players.
And they can go into any position.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not,
right,
it's not
okay.
defined by anything.
Okay.
But when you
Okay.
but when you go
See, I
one,
thought maybe 16 had to be slotted in
nah,
1. You know,
nah, so when
I see your logic. That makes sense.
so the positions I know it's a hockey podcast, but the positions are
but
in rugby are
the positions
one is
are
one
weird.
is tight head, 2 is the hooker,
There's a
3
loose
is
end, the
3
guy.
is loose head. Then you got 4 and 5 are your second rowers. Then you
There's
got
the
6
reach,
and
in, reach
6
around.
No, but they have
6
names,
and-
right?
6
And then
and
there's
7?
number
The
6.
6 and 7s are the flankers.
Right? No, number 6 is called
No,
number
the reach
6.
around
Yeah, I
guys.
know,
right?
but
That's
the
the
number
name of the
6 is
position.
their weak side and strong side flankers. And then you have number
Like,
8. Number
what?
8 is the
What position do you play? Number 6.
8 is the back guy, so he's on the
No.
back that holds the
What
whole
position?
the whole scrum together.
I play
The
number
number
6.
9 is the scrum half that throws the ball out.
How do
And
you
then
pull
your
up the
number
bar?
10 is
Number
usually your
6.
kicker. Who- and then you got 11. 11's your wingman. 14's your wingman. Your 12 and 13 are your inside centers. And
Is that a
your
position, wingman?
Yeah, the 2 wings, the 2 wingers. And
Okay, it's not wingman, it's a
Aren't
winger.
And then
14
your
and
number
15.
13, 14, and 15 are your
I don't
backs, aren't they?
understand.
Yeah,
I
13,
can't
14,
argue
15
this.
Yeah,
are
I
your
don't get
backs, but 11
I
is
know,
your weak
yeah.
side winger, and 14 is your strong side winger.
Way harder than
But it's weak and strong side just depend on what side the ball's
Yeah,
on,
100%.
where you are on the
Yeah,
field.
exactly.
You know?
But if the ball's tight to the one sideline, the 11 still is on the baseline on either side.
Anyways, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
No,
and then
I
you-
don't. I don't.
and
Let's,
then
let's
you got
get the
the
train back
15
on the
as the
tracks.
fullback.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
I
a
mean,
hooker.
I enjoy
I was
watching
number
it,
2.
but it is
Yeah,
not
it's
my
a fight
passion.
with a ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Mainly if you're
Yeah.
15 or
Yeah.
less, it means you're a starter, and the rest are just
Yeah.
riding pine.
the rest of you're just
No.
I don't know what position I'm going to
Right.
play.
Fine.
I'm number 23. I might end up being the weak side reach around hooker guy. I don't know. What does that mean?
I find it
I think
weird.
23 is the last sub. Because you're only allowed to dress.
And what's with the fucking coach? Coach is up in the press
cares?
box,
Yes.
right? Like, I'm used to the coach beside the
Interacting.
players telling them, no, you need to do this. No, you're not.
And you watch the
executing.
game, they're up
He's
there
all
like
the way up there.
throwing their headset off and getting angry. I'm like, no one knows what's happening up there.
Yeah.
You know, he's just getting mad and he's swearing in German and like, are you really connected with what's happening on the field? Like, how much power does the guy have on the field that says it's your turn, you can go in now? Like, who is that? Is he like the third base coach in baseball, or he just waves his arm and just says, "Go home"? Like, I don't know.
Go.
There's rugby guys out there going, "No, you guys don't understand." I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like netball. You can't play defense in that game.
No,
I'm sorry. Any game you can't play defense is not a game. Right. It's just stupid. It is. You wave your hands around.
You're too close.
Yeah, you're too close. Obstruction.
Intimidation.
Get out of here.
Oh my God. Fuck's sake.
So the advertising thing kind of broke my heart. I got, Punchy sent me the text, and I knew it was coming. Because we've all seen what's happened in Europe, and it's just like somebody threw up all over those uniforms and their pants and stuff.
Wow.
You know?
I just hate the stickers on the helmet because they stick up. Like,
it's not right.
You're like, tape it down. Like, what? Can't you make a logo that just fits on the helmet? Does it really have to be 5 inches tall? Like, it doesn't even completely stick to the helmet.
So I wonder now if it wasn't for COVID that they wouldn't didn't accelerate this. Because I'm telling you, when you pay $200 for a ticket to go to a Leafs game on a Tuesday night against friggin', Arizona
Anaheim.
or Carolina,
you
don't have enough money to keep that garbage off your uniforms. For me, it was like the prestige and the honor that those uniforms were crisp and, clean and unobstructed with. We all know it's about money now, boys. We know that, but we still hang on. You watch old games back in the 80s. There is nothing on the boards. There's nothing on the ice.
Or the ice.
Nothing.
Or the glass.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And, you watch some of your European stuff, and it's like, where's this face-off dot? Where's... Like, as a player, it's got to be distracting when you're going over the center ice line and there's, pictures of cars and, guys with, guys plumbing stuff with wrenches and things, and there's a Skoda in the corner, with lights on it, and, cheerleaders.
That's right. Yeah.
A bunch of Norwegians banging drums. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. With their scarves.
Their scarves on. I've got my team scarf. Have you ever gone to an NHL game with your team scarf on? I've got my. You go to rugby games. They wear the most hilarious clothes. They've got some little cap on with a tassel, like a cat, and they got a scarf on.
That's what you get for your 100th match.
Hat.
Hey, we're here to honor your 100th match. Yeah, this dumbest, fucking, stupidest. Oh
you get
my
a little
God!
Hat.
Why would you accept that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an honor. Could you not give me something cool then?
I don't
anything but this.
Yeah, here's your scarf and your little cap with a little tap. So one of the stupidest things I remember seeing is my ex-wife's brother played for Auckland rugby. He was a prop hooker, reach around, flanker, wingman guy. I don't know.
The reach around.
He did something with his hands. And he was real close with other people. Real close.
The reach
got his
back.
head in there.
Yeah. And
so we went up to the club rooms, and you've got all these old dusty pictures of guys that apparently were good, and they played for the club. And, it's all dusty, right? People are drinking out of old trophies and, running around eating hot chips and stuff.
Is this sanitary?
I don't know. They've never cleaned it. It's just they put no money back into the situation. Nothing, right? So they have the two teams up there. I remember going up there thinking this is going to be interesting. And then the guy gets up and he talks about what a great game they played, and then they give the one guy a hat, like a present, and then they give the other guy gives the other guy a hat. I'm like, okay, so should I have brought a hat because everyone's giving hats out. And then they all have a meal together. And I remember looking at someone, I'm like, why are they not fighting? Because if you've played a hockey game and you're going to go up to a room, there is going to be a brawl. Like, someone's going to say something about, like, all you guys know, when you're chirping on the ice, that doesn't stop after the game. If that guy you've been chirping is in the proximity of where you are, that carries on. And probably to the rest of the season. And everyone was happy, and they're eating chicken wings.
And seasons afterwards.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on here? There's something wrong happening here.
I only discovered that in men's era, like going to men's league, you know? But it only happened here in New Zealand. Like, back home, you would never have beers with the other team. Never. Because that shit would happen. You're the fucking tripper in the corner.
It's rugby culture, man.
I didn't fucking trip you. Fuck you.
Rugby culture. It was the same in Canada when I was living in Calgary. I was like 15 playing for a men's rugby team out there. And it was the same culture. Same culture.
Yeah.
Every time they ever played, any visiting team, whatever, always hosting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand Hindus and Indians and their culture, you know, and I'm just like, well, that's how they do it. But, I couldn't be sitting around with...
That's the way it goes.
It's great. I just punched you in the face and kicked you in the balls and stepped on your eye, and now we're going to have chicken wings together. I'm like, I don't know how that works, man.
That's right.
Anyway, so I'm going to go back.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
We'll have we need to have a part 2 and circle back on this. I find that... I like some logos. I like some stuff. I got a lot of problems. There's a lot of potential, but I don't think it's been worked out. I'm going to say right now, if you're listening, if you live in Minnesota, you need to sort it out. Get rid of the Christmas tree stuff.
Yeah.
Great logo. Tampa, get rid of the blue pants. Go with black with the lightning bolt with the blue, because you should be black, silver, and blue and white. And Colorado, man, you have so much potential, but I've absolutely hated your logo and your jersey designs. And people are going to hate me, but I just think they're absolutely horrible. And now they have blue pants. Have you seen that, what they look like on TV? It looks so weird, because they had black pants and helmets.
Yeah,
and it kind of drew it all together. And now they have these, it's just, they need to fire the 12-year-old
It's like the Golden Knights golden helmet. It just really, it doesn't look right on TV.
See, and I'm waiting for the only goalie in the NHL for me that makes sense is Mike Smith, because if you watch him, he's had the Mike Vernon paint job on his mask, like Calgary. He's had the Grant Fuhr. If I was playing that in NHL, I would design my mask specifically so it looks awesome on TV. Not in the dressing room, not on the ice. If I'm playing for the Kings, I'm going to have a platinum, shiny mask. So when you're on TV, it's like the sun, like the lights in the rink are shining off of it.
Yeah, well, that's like the Knights' golden helmets.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're like sparkly, man. Like, it's fucking distracting. It's like the light, like, literally blinds the other players. Like, wow, it caught my.
I know. I'm waiting for like a white tiger on the bench, and like, you know, Celine Dion comes out and like gives the boys a prep talk, and you know, slot machines in the dressing room. This should go. So just before we go, this is my dream of jerseys and uniforms. Is I always thought that uniforms and jerseys should be designed to the logo. So if I was a goalie for Boston, I would make my goalie pads and my gloves look like fuzzy bear, like furry pads, like, you know.
Yeah.
If I was playing for like Dallas,
bear claws.
I would have like tassels on my pads and gloves, you know, like leather.
Oh,
You know, like a cowboy.
Your jersey's got what's that?
Like the bolo tie.
Not the
on your
bolo
jersey,
tie.
and like, you know, like a cowboy hat painted on your helmet. You know, if I played for,
that's fucking.
I don't know, if you're playing for the Kings, like you got like jewelry on, like rings on your hockey gloves and stuff, and like just make it like totally like crazy, you know. Maple Leafs, the goalie would look like a tree. You'd have like tree trunk pads.
A tree.
Like, you know, Maple Leafs, like
the little sap.
Yeah, some sap dripping down.
Thing on
His stick actually looks like a tree branch. Like I would pay money out of my salary to make it look awesome.
Yeah.
But no one listens to me because
call,
I'm in my
Good
garage
call.
in New Zealand and I'm riding the pine. So that's how it is.
That's right. That's right.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
Oh,
All
good
right,
period,
so I got
good
an
period.
overtime question
Fucking
tonight.
hats and
I
scarves.
got a quick overtime question. Let's get out of here quick. Okay, so we've been talking about jerseys. We've been talking about jerseys. We've been talking about all the jerseys you see in the NHL, all the jerseys that we have in the BHL, all kinds of cool jerseys. We're each actually wearing 3 different jerseys from different leagues. I'm wearing a OHL Erie Otters jersey because this is my favorite from the McDavid era. I love this jersey, love the logo, love the color scheme. Langer's got on the Storm Carolina jersey.
Storm warning.
From the NHL, of course.
Fucking great.
And then Summers got on his Czech jersey.
The international.
Okay. So now all of us have played on different teams in various different sports. What is your favorite jersey that you wore to play any sport?
Any sport.
Okay, I'll go first. My first time going back to Canada, I got invited to go play like law ball or 3-pitch with my buddies, and the name of their team was Balls Deep, and they gave me a jersey,
awesome.
and it literally says Balls Deep on it. It's like
that is awesome.
Yeah,
what color?
Thank you, boys. Thank you. I think it was blue with white. The colors, it was just the name for me. Balls
Love
Deep.
it. Mine was played lacrosse, played for the Peterborough Lakers. Our color scheme was blue, white, and green. So it said Lakers on the front with a lacrosse stick underneath, but it had stars down the sleeves in blue and green on the white ones. And our shorts had the same color. It was real sharp. Made us look pretty
nice.
It made us look like an all-star team, and we were pretty dominant too.
Yeah.
They looked cool.
So mine
didn't get into lacrosse. I had a lot of friends
Yeah.
that played lacrosse. That was their summertime.
I played football for
stay
a
in shape
team,
sport.
and I know you're not a big fan of.
It was
baseball.
very nichey in certain parts of Canada. Lacrosse was.
No, I know you're not a big fan of the football jersey, but my favorite jersey that I got to wear was simply because of where it came from, which was, if you remember Al Bundy from Married with Children.
Yeah, Polk High.
I played for
Oh
Polk
my
High.
god!
So we had Polk High.
I thought you were
had
going to say
Polk-
it's no, ma'am.
No. So we
No,
played.
that's the club. That's
So
his group. That's his
I was
club.
on it.
That's
I
the
was
club.
on
That's
it.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was on a team,
right.
and it was Polk High, and I had to wear number 33.
That's
so that was
wicked.
my number 33 jersey. But
Did you score 7 touchdowns?
in one game.
Is that a record?
In one game.
In one game. Yeah.
But Summer, you had me because you mentioned.
All right. What does no ma'am stand for?
Because you mentioned slow pitch softball. The Hockey House actually has a team, and the name of our team is Scared Hitless.
Oh, sweet.
And,
I want to
and
play.
these are our jerseys.
Oh, right.
So that was our one logo.
Someday I'll play.
That's the secondary logo with the S and the H. And the old school orange pinstripe.
Ooh, I like
Right?
that. The Tigers.
Yep.
Coach.
And in true Goons classic style, there's also a reverse.
Oh, nice. Is it white
It's like the
pinstripe?
San Diego
No.
Padres jersey.
Yeah.
Well, San Francisco Giants, but close enough.
Yeah.
Giants, yeah.
Padre
Yeah.
means friend in Spanish, so I don't understand how that works in sports. San Diego friend or the San Diego Friends. How does that work?
San Diego Friends.
There's a lot of
kinda
racist
retarded.
names in baseball.
Yeah, this
The
San
Braves,
Diego Friends.
The Indians.
And we are happy to spend some time with our friends here.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Before we shut her down, follow-up question. 10 points. What does no ma'am stand for? For Al Bundy's social club?
I thought it was like no women, right? Because he had the Indian guy that totally
National Organized
Yeah.
National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Amazonian.
Amazonian? Oh my god, it was an acronym. I didn't realize that.
Was I right with the no part?
Yeah. Yes.
National Organization.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am is just the word. It's not.
No, it's National Organization
is the
Against
acronym.
Man Against Amazonian Masterhood.
Masterhood. That's
Right?
right.
That's right.
That's what
Awesome.
no ma'am is. National Organization
I think
of
no
Men
ma'am.
Against Amazonian Masterhood.
Maybe. I just knew ma'am was men against Amazonian masterhood.
Well, you got to answer. You got to know the
Yeah,
answer.
you're right.
What the
Oh,
national?
shit.
Is it?
You got to.
National
National
Organization of
Organization?
Men Against Amazonian.
Hey, you know what?
Masterhood.
Let's just say that we're
Sunday
ending
night,
that.
8:30
10
on
points.
Fox. Holy shit!
We're ending this one with 10 points. Woo!
Wow.
So that's it for all of us. Episode 32 will be the next one. But you know what? Before we get there, we got a draft to get going here. We got the BHL draft coming up in the next 2 weeks. And we'll probably catch up with you right after that because we'll be a little busy over the next 2 weeks. So from all of us here, we'll see you soon.
Stay safe,
Stay
folks.
safe.
Get
Good
some
job.
Level
KFC.
one.
Get some KFC in you.
Chat, bro.
Chronicles of the fourth line. I'm just sitting on a bench with two good friends of mine. That's why I'm riding the pine, with Punchy Langer in summertime. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Riding the pine, now it's hockey time. Riding the pine with Punchy Langer in summertime.